What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, obviously, the X-Men have been at the forefront of the Marvel fandom because of what's been going with X-Men 97, but also the reports that started less than 6 months ago and in November of 2023 that Marvel Studios was actually looking towards their next live-action reboot for the X-Men in the MCU. Now, we've gotten several updates since then that they actually started meeting with writers at the beginning of this year, and in fact, real recently, that we might find out who the director for the film is real soon, or at least that they're closing in on said person. Well, today we have a major update, and from a trusted Twitter scoopster who seems to know exactly who's in line to helm up the X-Men reboot in the MCU, and they've already signed on for another Marvel film after having directed Marvel films in the past. We're going to break down the latest name to come up, as well as some other directors that are being mentioned for other Marvel projects, but specifically the X-Men reboot in the MCU. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner next week to coincide with the finale of X-Men 97. Again, all you gotta do is be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, if you haven't been following the official news as it pertains to the live-action X-Men reboot in the MCU, we can catch you up real quick. It started at the end of last year on the back of when the writer's strike ended. Deadline indicated Marvel Studios would start meeting with writers for the X-Men reboot at the beginning of 2024. That date has come and passed. We got confirmation from two industry insider trades that had already happened. Then started the industry insider updates, like from Daniel RPK, the most trusted of sources, who most recently indicated Marvel Studios was specifically looking at a person of color for the X-Men reboot. And just last week, we last heard from Jeff Snyder over on the Hot Mic podcast, a Marvel scooper who's been extremely ubiquitous in the last 2 years and has a proven track record, that an announcement could be coming in very soon as Marvel Studios was closing in on who said director for the X-Men reboot would be. Well, cue up today's story, and coming from the Twitter scoopster, everybody's favorite anonymous My Time to Shine Hello, who has indicated that Ryan Coogler is actually in contention and the first choice for Marvel Studios' X-Men reboot as the director, and that he's already signed on confirmed for Black Panther 3, a film that's been heavily rumored and especially real recently is possibly making its way into the multiverse saga to set up Shuri and eventually the next Black Panther as we make our way to Avengers Secret Wars and eventually the end of the multiverse saga. Now, my immediate reaction to this is actually extremely positive. I love the first Black Panther film and think Wakanda Forever was one of the strongest offerings out of Phase 4 and Phase 5. He definitely has an amazing eye for color and cinematography and understands how to do a huge budget action Marvel film. There had been some crazy names floated out there real recently from industry insiders on how big Marvel Studios wanted to go with directors for Avengers Secret Wars, for Spider-Man, which we'll get into in just a second, and of course for the X-Men reboot. But I think Ryan Coogler is an excellent choice, and only because Marvel, and especially real recently, has looked towards brand new talent both on the writing and directing side for some of these films. I could point this out all over the place, but keep in mind the first draft for the Fantastic Four, which they are still using in part, was drafted by two people who have no published scripts in Hollywood. Zero. They've also hired directors who have very limited stuff on their resume, some TV episodes or less, to come in and direct their movies. Other big directors like, say, Chloe Zhao, who come in already having won awards with their own direction, maybe don't work as well in sort of the confines of what Marvel Studios is looking to do. But someone like Ryan Coogler, to me, is a perfect fit for the studio and for the fans, because we sort of know as a finished product exactly what we're looking to get from that film and what it might look like, and we also know that that director can work with the studios and vice versa to produce a good film, where in Phase 4 or Phase 5, let's admit, maybe some of these new directors and writers have either led to extensive reshoots and retoolings of the script where the end product isn't all that great, or if they don't, the end product is less than we expected to begin with. To me, this is a perfect pick. Now, I mentioned Spider-Man and put an asterisk by that just seconds ago, as we're also hearing from My Time to Shine Hello, again the anonymous Twitter scoopster with a proven track record over the last 2 or 3 years, who isn't always correct but gets a lot more right than they get wrong, that James Wan, the director from Aquaman, is actually in line and the first choice to direct Spider-Man 4. I also love that. It's funny that both of these directors, to me, one of the things that stands out about their cinematography and direction is their use of color in a film, and I think James Wan would be another perfect pick for Marvel Studios, again, if they can lock down these two directors for these projects. Now, I think another big takeaway here is obviously we have not heard a lot about a Black Panther 3, Shang-Chi 2, Doctor Strange 3, Spider-Man 4, Thor 5. These are the films in the extensions of the established franchises we heard may make their way onto the slate before we get to Avengers Secret Wars. Now we know Avengers 5 is still aimed to come out in 2026, and if you missed our update from yesterday with the new reveals for 2024 and what's going on with Marvel Studios, we know they're actually set to start production on Avengers 5 this year, or rather the last day in this year, December 31st, which puts them on target for that 2026 release date. If they're truly going to work Black Panther 3 in alongside Shang-Chi 2, which we know is unannounced but confirmed, Doctor Strange 3, Thor 5, Armor Wars, all these other films, I think it more and more likely that Avengers Secret Wars becomes a 1 and 2 part film, and they push that a lot further. That's why they get Avengers 5 out now, to give everyone an Avengers film, and then give us a 2-part Secret Wars that's even further down the line, say maybe 2029, 2030, so that they can get all these films in. And to me, doing a lot more work as we lead up to Avengers Secret Wars is the best way to do it, and it also means a lot more likely that that X-Men reboot, that live action film, is coming during the multiverse saga and not after, which obviously has huge implications. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Do you like Ryan Coogler to direct X-Men, the reboot in the MCU? If not him, who would you want? And of course, since his name was also tied to Avengers Secret Wars, do you think he's the right guy for that? I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel, and in fact, the next one is less than a week away to coincide with the finale of X-Men 97. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the future prizes here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, with my voice live announced and the comments shown on screen, so please be safe and vigilant wherever you are on YouTube or any other platform. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.